Whatever goes around comes around. Every lifetime is a lesson. This is what I find. No matter who you are, gonna have your ups and downs. Whatever goes around.
You are now listening to Stars.
Just be careful how you treat. Just be careful how you treat. Just be careful how you treat your loved ones.
Hello, my name is Stefanie Gee, on-air host for 88.9 at night, Thursday nights 10 to 2, and I'm here with Seven Sparks, author of Confessions of a G. How you doing, Mr. Sparks?
I'm doing all right. It's a nice day outside, feeling lovely.
Yes. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
I have to ask now, can we start from the beginning? Tell me about your father, relationship with your parents, how you grew up.
Alright, my father died when I was 9 years old. He was battling for a couple of years with the HIV and AIDS disease, and that was back in 1996, and that's when AIDS was booming. So a lot of people didn't really know about it and what was wrong with him at first, and then he got diagnosed and we learned that he had AIDS. That was when I was 9 years old, and then my mother had remarried in that same year. So now me as a 9-year-old boy, my father's gone, and then it's like, now I'm looking and my mother remarried, so my head was kind of messed up because I'm looking and I have resentment towards my mother because I'm going home and seeing a different man, and then I'm mad and angry at my father. And I know he died from the hands of a disease and a virus, but as a young boy, I don't understand that, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, like, why is he gone? Like, did he leave on purpose? Did God take him away? And my mind was kind of messed up because of that. As a lot of young brothers, we grow up without fathers, and we really have no direction. And sometimes a community is not enough. Sometimes you need that father there in your life.
Same doctor. What's a G? Like, why a G?
Well, why a G?
Does it come from genius?
Well, a G in the urban community is one of those letters that stand out. Back in the day it was like gangster and OGs and pimps and stuff like that. But we sort of like changed, the connotation of it.
Huh.
So now it's something that's positive, like I said, you know what I mean?
Wow. That's cool.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And how did that manifest as you were growing up, into an adult, when you were around, in your teen years? Did anything happen?
Well, shortly after my father died, that's when I hit the streets. Like I said, I was at home. I didn't really communicate with my mother as well as I should have, you know what I'm saying, because of the resentment that I felt towards her. So I hit the streets. Like, that was the only thing I knew at that time. And the people around me were selling drugs, so slowly but surely I went into selling drugs. I used to play ball, you know what I'm saying? I used to love playing basketball and playing sports and things like that, but slowly I started getting money in my pocket, and eventually my mind, as a lot of young people's mind, you get brainwashed by the streets thinking that that's your only way out of the hood, you know what I'm saying? And you start believing and thinking that that's all you could do, especially with the color of my skin. I'm black and white. When people look at me, they see a young black man. So I start feeling like, okay, all the negative connotation that goes with a black man goes with me as well. I'm not going to be able to go to college. I'm not going to be able to get a job. So this is all I could do. And that's what happens with a lot of young brothers, is they start selling drugs because of what they're going through, and they feel like that's all they could do, and then they end up getting stuck in this trap. And that's why they call it the trap, as a lot of people hear nowadays. You hear the trap, the trap, the trap. And the trap is the hood, you know what I mean? And the trap is also in your mind, because in your mind, you're a prisoner to thinking that you can't get away from the situation that you're in. This dude right here, I'm over here telling him about my book, Confessions of a G. He starts telling me he sings, you know what I'm saying, does cover songs for the old school, the Dave Macklin band, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My boy Richie over here. And what amazed me, really, because I'm standing and we walking and we doing an interview for Confessions of a G, you know what I'm saying? This dude's out here fishing in the river, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some OG shit. For me to see that, to see him fishing he got a whole process, you know what I'm saying? He taking the small fish first. You gotta get the small fish, then you gotta switch the rods, then he's throwing the small fish in. He's over here getting big fish like this. How much you say this costs in the store?
At least $70, man, at least.
Now listen, from my mouth, that man right there is a G. Cause that costs $70 in the store and he's out here in the river.
Get it for free, but I'm putting my time in and that costs too.
Oh yeah, but that's a good thing because it's nice and serene out here. You know, you get to feel the wind.
I've been here since 5:30 this morning.
Exactly. That's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? That, if I didn't know myself, that's what a G is to me. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here.
Nice to meet y'all.
All right.
Hope to see you on the Facebook.
Yes, sir.
And how do you define, being a G? A lot of people have an idea, but they don't really know what it is. What's your definition?
Yeah, that's very important in Confessions of a G. When people hear, G this, G that, they're thinking, oh, well, what is he, a pimp, or he's a G, so he's an OG, he's a gangster. But the way I describe what being a G means in a book is a G is self-defined to the person who's speaking about it. So if I'm speaking about it and I'm saying I'm a G, that's because I overcame all these obstacles, you know what I'm saying, to get to where I'm at today. I've been through a lot of hardships, a lot of struggles. For me to still stand up, I fell down 7 times, I got back up 8, you know what I'm saying? That makes me a G. So whoever we're speaking about is self-defined by you with your morals, your values, and your principles. Obama's a G, you know what I'm saying? He's a black man who became the first black president. So he's a G, you know what I'm saying? If you have love for your pastor, if your pastor does what he does and he moves a congregation, you can say your pastor's a G. You're a G, you know what I'm saying? You on air, Steph G. She's a G herself. She's on air and she's speaking out to the people and everything, and that's what it means to be a G. So you can have ladies who are Gs, men that are Gs, anybody.
Interesting. All right, tell me about what really is a sex addiction?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people are asking about that. Anything that you do, you can easily become addicted to. And that's something that I speak a lot about in the book, is that whether it's drinking, whether it's smoking, whether it's stressing, some people become addicted to stress. You know what I'm saying? And I speak a lot about the sex addiction in my book because, I'm a handsome young man and I get ladies and stuff like that, and eventually it just became an addiction because just getting women just for sex wasn't really what I was trying to do. What I was trying to do was get love from them. When I didn't get that love I was supposed to get as a young child at home, when I would get with a woman and I would be with her even if it was for one night, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, she's all about me and she's making me feel good. And that turned into an addiction because that came when I had sex with them. So now speaking of women and getting around women and everything, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get love, I'm gonna get love. And it becomes a very bad disease because a lot of things can come from sex. Like you can get diseases, like my father died from AIDS, you know what I'm saying? And you can get diseases from sex. From sex you can father kids, you know what I'm saying, and bring kids in this world with people who you was never gonna be with. And that's how, like in my situation where I grew up without a father, that's why you have a lot of young people fathering children and then not being there for their children, you know what I'm saying? And that comes from that sex addiction that a lot of people have. So it's a real disease.
Tell me about the process that you went through to write this book.
Alright, the process was a little bit different than the process of most books. And that's just because I don't look at myself as like a writer or an author because everything in my book is real, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, let me take a little bit of the time out of my day to write this book as somebody would do it like a fictional book or something like that. Since it's a real book, whenever I feel like I needed that therapy to write, because it was very therapeutic, I would sit down and I would write about whatever was on my mind, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it was, whether it was an argument that I got into, whether it was something I was just thinking about, anything. So it's like, most people, they can say a time range that it would take them to write the book could be like a year, and they take that time away and they, aside from their day, and they write. But for me, I would write one day and then I probably wouldn't write until a month later, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not feeling it, and sometimes I wasn't feeling it emotionally, I wasn't able to write, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I would write every day because I felt it.
And how does it feel to be an author?
Honestly, it still hasn't set in yet. Like I said, I didn't write this book for money. I didn't write this book because I love writing. That wasn't the reason why I did it. One of the reasons why I wrote this book was because I have a powerful message that I'm trying to get out to young people about you can go through things and you can struggle through things, but you still need to get back up, you know? We all have life, we're all breathing, and sometimes you can be self-hurting yourself and not even know it. So I speak about how I was self-hurting myself throughout the book, whether it was the drinking, you know, from drinking I got an ulcer, from the things I was going through, and that eventually starts killing you, you know what I'm saying? Like, over time, the things that you're doing, that's something that people don't realize as they're partying, you know, as they're having fun and doing things like that.
Well, thank you so much, Seven. I want to say congratulations on the book again. It's already been a success with all your pre-orders. And anybody can be sure to get this. Well, tell the people where you can get this.
If you're looking to get my book, you can go on 7sparks.net. That's SEVEN sparks.net. And it's not just a book, it's going to change your life for sure. It's a movement. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, we had a lot of pre-orders. A lot of people are picking the book up. A lot of people are interested in getting the book. Be a part of the movement, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's up, world? It's your boy Prince Charles. We're here live on the scene. As you can see, we're out here in the river. You know, we brought the HD high definition cameras out. You know, we're shooting everywhere. You know, it's a new year, it's 2012. As you already know, I've been doing a lot of things this year. It's a real serious focus year. We're trying to go to different types of avenues. We do fashion shows, photo shoots. We go to Brooklyn, we go to New York, we go to the Bronx. We're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of live events. Right now, today, we just finished doing our wonderful 7 Sparks book, Confessions of a G.
Yeah, buddy, absolutely.
So you already know, it's a connection, it's a Cambrige connection. We're making that connection. We brought the cameras out, we brought the microphones out, we brought the cameras. We brought people who actually work at 88.9 as the interviewer to interview Mr. 7 Sparks on the scene. Steph G, you know, Steph G is working the cameras right now. As you can see, I'm trying to be in front of the cameras because it's a nice day out. It's about 75 degrees out in Boston. As you can see, we have the wonderful skyline. Steph G, show them the skyline, show them the skyline. The wonderful skyline, you got the train in the back, you got the boats on deck, on the yacht. Boston Duck Tours, you got the Red Line train crossing over, you got the Prudential, you got everything. This is the spot.
You see a whole bunch of ducks.
You know, a bunch of ducks on the scene. But like I try to tell you, it's a new year. You guys can be checking this video out on my YouTube channel, Video Man Forever. Check me out on Twitter, Video Man Forever. Check out my fan page on Facebook, Video Man Forever 2012. And pretty much everything is all working together. Everything's Video Man Forever. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, it's all one unit. So you guys can check out all the videos on there. And check out my boy.
Yeah, I personally, you know what I'm saying, personally signed a copy.
Oh, wow, this dude personally. That's how you know. That's how you know it's respect.
My dude right here.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Right here. I appreciate
man, I definitely appreciate that.
Support. That's something that we do and we need to do as people coming from Boston is not bring each other down, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking about there's crabs in a bucket, someone trying to get out of the bucket, you know what I'm saying? And just like crabs, we pulling them back in, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, you reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? And you supported me, I support everything you do. That's what we need, more love like that out here.
Appreciate that, appreciate that. As you can see, man, we out here doing big things. So like I said, stay tuned for the video that I'm gonna start editing and get in the booth. Make sure I give out the streets what they really need to see. This video is gonna be worldwide, international, so you can see this video and this wonderful book anywhere.
My man's a G right here, Confessions of a G, 7 Sparks. You need to get that book, 7sparks.net.
You ready to know? It's your boy Prince Charles. If you didn't know, now you know.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I just got the book, Confessions of a G by 7 Sparks. Read
Exactly. We out here in Boston for real, man. We on boats and everything, you know what I mean?
It's real talk right here.
Get that book, Confessions of a G. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. Thank you.